Hi, friend. Hi, sister. It's your coach, Tracy. Okay, we are going to talk about what is Discovery Day. It's called D-Day, and there's like a lot of acronyms in the self-help arena for betrayal or infidelity. So when we start going into the groups and stuff, you're going to start seeing like D-Day and things like that. Okay, so Discovery Day. Discovery Day is the day that you actually found out that you were being cheated on, and it could come in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I've heard a million different stories, but this is what happened to me. So I was it was a Sunday morning in October, and my beloved partner, my beloved, and I have been together for like 28 years by then. No, maybe 20. Yeah, I think 28 years by that time. We always go to the gym on Sunday morning. We just wake up, we get coffee. So I was waking up and I went downstairs to get coffee, and his phone started blowing up. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I looked down on the phone and it said, it had a name, and then it had something about another city on it. And I was like, what is this? And then I looked at it and I was like, who's texting him at this early hour? Because it's super, super early on a Sunday morning. So I went up to him and I was like, are you texting other women? And he said, what if I am? And then everything just fell apart. Well, that's when all hell broke loose. And the day was just the worst day of my life ever. That was Discovery Day. There became massive amounts of adrenaline. Oh my God, you probably have a story similar where you feel like your head is spinning and you feel like I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I wasn't even in my body. I didn't even know what was happening. It was the worst. And he literally got in my face and said to me, I would have rather been having sex with you. Oh my God. I was livid. I was just freaking livid. And that day got worse and it got worse. And then he said, I won't break up with her until you promise you're going to stay in the marriage. We have a house, we have a business, we have kids, we have a million pets. We have a life, 27 years of. We had goals. We were going to move to another city. We'd been working really hard to do that. Like, it was just like, I felt like every single thing that I'd ever wanted or worked for was just being taken away because somebody wanted to have sex with somebody else. And it was just freaking horrible. So D-Day, it becomes a piece of you, I guess I want to say. It did for me and many other people, because whenever it starts to become around that time of year, for many years after that, I started feeling, in October in the fall, I start getting a certain like icky feeling, very cringy feeling. It was astounding how my body reacted to that. And it was astounding how the trauma set in, and that even, there were so many triggers about that day. So not only was I being triggered about his affair, I was being triggered about the day and the trauma that happened during the day, because it wasn't just, we need to work this out. It was just, this is your fault. You should have been XYZ. I thought you knew. You told me, you need to go find somebody, which I didn't. But I mean, there was just a big, just flipping mess of garbage and lies and gaslighting. And I mean, it was a horror story right there. So D-Day is your Discovery Day. Okay, what I want to tell you in this video right now is that you are not alone with that. If you have had your D-Day, you are going to have more of them. You don't get just one. And generally, you don't know when they're coming, but they are coming. So you're going to have to be ready. And to be ready for this is to stand in your power and remind yourself that there is trickle truth coming, which they're going to start blabbing little bits of things that you're going to start having to look around and think, wow, they must still be lying. This can't be real. This can't be how it happened, because they're telling you a story of how it happened on D-Day, and that it's a lie. The lies that they're telling you it wasn't that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. Everything they're telling you on D-Day is a lie. It's probably a little bit true, but overall it's not. So there's going to be some more D-Days coming. I probably had 4 or 5 of them. By the time it was all said and done, they just kept erupting. And then I found out that there was more, and there was more, and there was this, and there was that. And it was just utterly unbelievable. What I needed to know is that they were coming. There were more of those coming. What I needed to know is that it wasn't my fault, that this person has problems. They were so awful to me. They were taking out all of their problems and all of their shame and all of their guilt or whatever, not guilt, whatever, on me. I guess just because I was there. For some reason, all of it was my fault. If I had known that it wasn't my fault, I would have said, this is the words that I would have said. None of this is my fault. You need help. You need help. This is not about me. This is about you. You need help. Don't drop this on me because it's not my fault. A person who cheats, that's their problem. Why are they a betrayer? Why are they a cheater? What happened in their childhood? What is it? What is wrong within them? Where is that coming from? Because that is not a normal behavior. You shouldn't have to affair-proof your life, affair-proof your marriage. You shouldn't have to count on the fact that if you're not putting out as regularly as somebody tells you you should be, that this is going to happen. Because it shouldn't happen. It happens because people are cheaters and they haven't healed traumas or childhood traumas or childhood events, or they have relationships that they haven't worked through. And if I had had that knowledge, I would have stood up for myself and said, you need to get yourself fixed. This is not about me. Do not dump it on me. I refuse to allow you to dump this on me. I need you to get to counseling immediately. And if you don't, there's no reconciliation. That's what I wanted to say. That is the words that I wish I had, because there's going to be more and more dropped on you, and there's going to be more and more coming at you that feels like a gut punch. And if you stand in your power and you stand up and say, I know I didn't cause this. We don't have to say we had a perfect relationship, but I did not cause this. You made a choice and you're selfish. So that's what I'm saying to you. Stand in your power when those things are coming, and embrace and know they're going to come. They're going to come for you, because there's going to be more trickle truth, and you're going to start discovering more and more about what was really happening behind the scenes that you didn't know about. So stand in your power.